Let's begin today on our backs. And as always, you can bend your knees, you can rest them in or rest them open, or have your legs straight if that's more comfortable for you. Um, you can have your arms out to the side, or if you like, you can rest your hands on your belly and your chest just to guide the breath. And I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And just taking this first moment to orient yourself to this posture. You probably have not been lying down since you woke up this morning. You can feel how that feels to be resting on the earth, supported by the earth, held by the earth. Letting your body sink into that support. Even feeling your internal organs dropping toward the ground. And then bring your attention to your breath. And start to breathe into the belly. As you inhale, you can feel the belly rise and expand. As you exhale, dropping the belly toward the earth. And now after the breath has filled into the belly, keep inhaling and fill into and across the ribs, spreading them wide. Feeling those two distinct parts, but having them flow one to the next. And then we'll complete our three-part yogic breath, breathing belly, ribs, and then into the chest. Feeling the chest lift and spread open. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Now if the legs are straight, bend the knees, plant the feet on the ground. And for this first exercise, you can have your arms straight ahead to make it easier, or have your hands crossed on your chest. We're going to inhale here, and then we're going to exhale up 2/3 of the way. So not all the way up, 2/3 of the way up, and then inhale back down. Exhale 2/3 of the way up. Exhale back down. And you inhale down, exhale all the way up, and then tighten your buttock muscles, tuck your chin, and roll down slowly. When you get to the ground, inhale, and then exhale 2/3 of the way up. Inhale down, exhale 2/3. Inhale down, exhale all the way up. Squeeze your buttocks muscles, squeeze your abdominal muscles. Try to lower with control. And then continue like that at your own pace. The first two are partial, and the third one is all the way. Last one. And then release the hands. We'll just let the knees open out for a bit before we lift them up again for the next exercise. Let the arms out wide and the knees open. Really feel the whole body breathing. All those muscles that we just used get soaked and soothed with the breath. And then lift the knees again. We're going to bring the hands in front of the chest with the palms facing up. We're going to take a breath in, and then we're going to lift ourselves up, turn to the right, and place the hands on the ground. Connect to center and come down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift, turn to the left, hands to the ground. Just continue going back and forth. It's okay if the front hand doesn't touch and just the back hand touches. That's fine. Inhale down, exhale up. Kind of reaching behind you as you turn. Yep. One more on each side. And then you come down, straighten the legs, bring the arms overhead, reach long out of the feet and out of the hands, stretching across your belly. And then feel the fullness of your breath opening your belly. And then lift the arms up in the air, take a breath in, tuck the chin, press the heels into the ground, lift yourself up. Good. And relax the hands down. Bring the legs into a pinwheel position. So the left leg is going to be behind and the right foot is going to be at the left thigh. And then bring your left hand to your left foot, your right hand to your right knee. And we'll do some rocking horse. Beautiful. Rest that down. And then just tuck that left foot alongside the left buttock and bring the right foot onto the ground, the left knee pointing straight ahead. Bring the hands to the ground behind you. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbone, and lower back down. See if the right foot can be straight down on the ground and the right knee straight up in the air. Then if you can, lower back onto your elbows. Don't worry about it if you can't. If coming back causes that knee to lift up, then you don't want to do it. You want to try to keep the knee down. And then once you're on your elbows, if you're on your elbows, lift your buttock and tuck your tailbone under again. If you can come onto your back from here without lifting that left knee up off the ground, go ahead and reach the arms overhead. Or if you're staying on your elbows, you can lift your heart. If you want to deepen the stretch, press your right foot into the ground to curl your tailbone up. And then lift yourself up. Come back into your pinwheel and skim the hands across the floor. Work with your breath, slow, long, smooth breath. Feel the side body stretching. And then come back to center and change the legs to the other side. Right hand to the right foot, left hand to the knee, and rock. Come to stillness, tucking that right foot alongside the right hip and bring the left foot to the ground in front of you. Right knee facing forward. Hands on the ground behind you. So place the left foot in such a way so that the whole foot can be on the ground, not slanted. And then lift the hips, tuck the tailbone, lower back down. And if you're able to come onto your elbows and forearms without lifting the right knee, go ahead. If it causes the knee to lift up, Don't go that far. If you can come all the way on. Oh, before we go into our back, those of you who can, we're going to lift and tuck again here. And then if you want to come onto your back, arms can come overhead. If you're on your elbows, lift your heart. And then if you want to deepen the stretch, press straight down into the ground with your left foot to curl your tailbone up. Feel the breath opening into the stretch. If you're laying down, come back onto your elbows, and we'll all come up and come back into a pinwheel position. And again, skim the fingers across the floor from side to side. Actually, let the fingers touch, so you're forcing that stretch. And come back to center. And bring that right foot in. Bring the heels and balls of the feet together and pull them in toward your groin. And then butterfly the legs. You close your eyes, you might imagine yourself as a butterfly flying around the space. Embody that sense of freedom, at ease, that flow. And rest the knees. Bring the hands around the shins or ankles. Inhale, pull up through the heart. And then exhale, try to keep your heart lifted as you fold over, releasing your hands in front of you. Relaxing your head down, relaxing your elbows down. And then return to the intention to breathe belly, ribs, chest, seeing how the breath actually manifests in this shape, but still feeling the breath into the torso from bottom to top. When you exhale, you can draw your navel toward the spine. Let go of your arms more, let go of your head more, let go of your thoughts. Just feel each breath. Surrendering the weight of your body with your exhalation. And then walk the hands in, roll yourself up, reach the arms up, and exhale, release down. And then come over onto hands and knees. You can either have your hands under your shoulders for a more gentle practice of cat and cow, or you can have your hands in front of your shoulders for an upward dog or downward dog. And you're welcome to mix them up. And at your own pace, follow your breath. When you exhale, you'll either round your back or come into downward dog. When you inhale, you'll either arch your back or come into upward dog. When you're arching your back, you want to look up so that the whole spine gets that curve, including the neck. And if you're doing the upward dog, downward dog, the next time you come down, bring the knees to the ground. And if you're in cat and cow, come and lower your hips. And then we're going to turn and look over the right shoulder. Slow breath in, slow breath out. And then over the left shoulder. You can do this if you're on your elbows. You can stay on your forearms if you want, Kelly. So rather than just turning your head, kind of feel how you're pulling that right hip stretched out more. Come back to center. Lift your hips. Curl your toes. Come into downward dog. Spread your fingers wide. Press forward through your hands and lengthen back through your hips. And then see if that created a lot of space in the shoulder joint. And then we want to take that space out by moving the arms into the shoulder socket, rolling the shoulders down the back. Press the front of the thighs back, press the heels down, drop the head, drop the chest like you're trying to fold your chest toward your knees. And maintain a sense of forward pressure in your fingers, like you're shifting weight from your fingers to your feet. And then wag your hips from side to side. Maybe pressing a little further down into the heel, corresponding to the side you're wagging it towards. And then without bending the knees, lift one hip and then the other hip. So it's kind of like bicycling, but the legs are straight. One heel lowers and the other heel lifts. And we just go back and forth, feeling one hip elevate and the other one drop. Beautiful. Come back to stillness. Walk your feet up. Bend your knees. Keep your knees bent. And lift your torso up. Coming into awkward pose. Some people call it chair pose. Knees bent. Arms raised overhead. Nice to have you guys back on video. Pull the shoulders down your back. And then move the thumbs back behind you. Tuck the tailbone. Bring the belly in. Breathe into your heart. Bring the palms together and then fold over your legs, hooking your left elbow to the outside of your right leg, and then press down with your right hand, moving your hands toward your heart center, looking past your right elbow. Lift your right toes and spread them, getting lots of weight in that right foot. Step your left foot back. See if you can turn more. Bring your hands and chest center. Keep your back heel off the ground. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest. Press back through your left heel and forward through your tailbone. And then go ahead and bring the back heel onto the ground. Take the arms out to the side. Take a big breath into your belly. And then as you exhale, turn your belly to the left. Turn your head to the right. And then look down and see if you can see your first two toes inside your right knee. Spiral both inner thighs out away from each other, tucking your tailbone. Relax your shoulders down. Keep your belly rotating left. Warrior two. Rod, watch your knee. It's caving in a little bit. Beautiful. And then bring the hands down to the ground. Step your back foot forward a little bit, like a third of the way up, until you can straighten your front leg. Your hands may no longer be able to be on the ground. That's fine. They don't need to be. And then aim your left hip for your right leg. Inhale and look up. Exhale, scoop your lower belly in and up and release your head over your front leg. And then push forward into your right foot to send weight back into your left foot. And then draw both feet toward each other. And see how that can help bring that right hip back, create a little more stability. Long, slow breath streaming through your body. Beautiful. Bend that front knee. Step your back foot forward. Have both knees bent. And then lift your torso. Send your arms up. Awkward pose. Shoulders down. Tailbone under. Thumbs back. Are you lifting the breath all the way into your heart? Can you maybe lift the corners of your mouth a little more? And then bring the palms together. Take a breath. Exhale, fold over. Hinge your right elbow to the outside of your left leg. And then press your left hand down, moving your chest toward your hands and your hands toward your chest. Full breath, even though the body's twisted and there's not as much space, work around the parts that are contracted and expand. Okay, lift and spread the left toes. Get lots of weight in that left foot. And then step the right foot back. And then see if you can turn a little more, pressing elbow into leg. Pressing left hand into right hand, looking past your left elbow. Breathe into the ribs. Bring your chest and hands around center. Lift your torso. Clasp your hands in your awkward clasp, whichever way you want to do it. Bring the opposite thumb on the outside and lift your hands up. Roll your shoulder blades in. Spread the breath across your heart center. So the posture itself doesn't give you a lot of stretch across the chest, but it definitely orients the breath toward where you're stretching. So really let the breath stretch you from the inside. Okay, back heel on the ground. Take the arms out to the sides. Front knee stays bent. Take a breath into the belly, and then rotate the belly to the right. Turn the head to the left, and then check in with that left knee, moving it back so that you can see your first two toes inside your knee. Feel your feet on the ground. Let your hips drop down. Let your shoulders relax down. Keep the belly rolling to the right. Roll both inner thighs away from each other. Okay. Bring the hands to the ground. Step the back foot a little bit forward. Straighten the front knee. If the hands come off the ground, that's fine. Inhale and lift your head. Pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. Exhale, scoop your lower belly in and up and fold. And pull both feet toward each other to help bring that left hip back even more. Exhale, lifting the navel in and up, relaxing the head, the arms, just being with the breath, full and long and slow. And then bend the left knee, step the right foot up, and tuck the chin and roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up, reaching the arms up. Inhale. Exhaling the arms down. And again, we'll bring the arms forward with the palms facing out to lift up. And exhale back and down, drawing a big circle with your arms again. Let's do two more. And then just let the arms rest down. Let the eyes rest closed if you can. The knees are soft, the shoulders are relaxed, the belly is open, breath is full, and the mind is resting on the movement of the breath. Filling into the body, releasing the body as you exhale. Okay, and we're going to shift weight into that left foot. Feeling the whole body starting to line up over the foot. So really moving your body in space until you feel like there's just as much weight on the heel as the toes, the inside as the outside. And then let the eyes open softly, finding a spot in front of you to rest your gaze on. You're going to lift that right leg up. First, we're going to just pull it up toward the chest and roll the shoulders down. So the key to balance is a quiet mind. I notice as soon as I have a thought, I lose my balance. So you really want to focus intently on your breath to help keep the thoughts at bay. And also the eyes don't move. Even as the body starts to flail all over the place, really narrow in on your one spot. Then we're going to take the left hand to the right foot. We're going to turn the knee out to the side. And we're going to lift. Lift the chest. Notice the quality of your mind, especially if you're struggling with the balance. If there's any kind of frustration, let it go. There's no room for it. Just stay with your intention, just to breathe and to watch, to be here. Beautiful. And then start to let the knee come down, keeping the foot at the top of the thigh. Holding onto the foot with the left hand. Letting the knee come down. Those of you who are really flexible and you want to play with it, the right hand can come behind the back and hold on to the left foot that way. Whichever hand is free is going to come up. And if you want to challenge yourself even more, you hold this position and you fold forward. And then if you're folded, come on up. Release the arm down. Release the right leg. Close the eyes if you can. Just notice how you feel. Notice how the left foot feels, how the right foot feels. Anything else that you notice. And then we'll lift those right toes and spread them. And shift your weight into your right foot. Maybe closing your eyes so you can really feel what's happening on the inside. And then once you're evenly distributed across the bottom of your foot, gently open your eyes. I like to keep my lids heavy, creating that sense of relaxation through the face, but letting the eyes rest on one spot. And then when you're ready, bring that left knee up toward the shoulder. Pull the belly in to drop the tailbone. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the head tall. Breathe long and slow. Good. And then bring your right hand to your left foot, your left hand to your knee, and lift the foot up, shoulders back and down. Breath, breath. We're not in a balancing pose. We're in a pose and we're breathing. Don't focus on the balance, just focus on the breath. Then we're going to bring that left foot to the top of the right thigh. Hold the foot and let the knee come down. So it's not this that we sometimes do. It's different. The foot is at the top of the thigh and the knee is down. Kind of like preparing the body for lotus posture. And again, the free arm comes up. You want to fold forward. Just track a line down to the ground. If you're folded forward, come up. Sorry, I lost my screen. Okay. And then come and stand. Just feeling how it feels. And then just shake the body out. Shake it out, shake it out. Come to stillness. Step the legs wide apart, having the feet parallel to each other so that the outer edges of the feet are straight, not diagonal. And the hands can be at the hips, they can be out to the side, or they can be up overhead. That's the hardest. We're going to take a breath and we're going to fold forward halfway and hold here. Try to let go of the head, press down into the feet, lift through the thighs, send your sit bones back, reach your head forward, breathe, and then fold, placing your hands shoulder width apart. If they happen to be able to touch the ground, line the fingers up with the toes, and then take a breath in, and then exhale and fold. If your hands are on the ground, you can push forward through your fingertips to bring your body closer to your legs. And then you could play with rocking a little bit from your toes to your heels. Keep the legs straight. Keep your feet there and walk your hands forward. Lower your hips, coming into a wide-legged plank. And then either step or jump the feet in and then back out. So you can hop it in and hop it out or step it in, but you want to keep your hips down. So you want to be in a plank. Those of you at Otai, your butts are up in the air. You're nowhere near a plank. You're in downward dog. So your feet need to be far enough back behind you so that your hips are down into a plank. Keep your hips down so you're in a plank, not in a downward dog. Including when your legs are wide, you're still in a plank. You're working those lateral muscles in your abdominals. Okay, the next time your feet come together, hold them there and then lower down onto your belly. You can go knees, chest, or you can lower through chaturanga, coming right onto your belly. And just take a few moments to really feel your body coming into this new posture. Feel your breath breathing with the earth, sinking into it with each exhale. And then bend the knees, reach the hands back, take hold of the feet or ankles. If you don't reach, hopefully you have a towel or a strap to wrap around your feet and you can hold on to the ends of that. And then really press the tailbone down into the ground and roll the shoulder blades in toward each other. Hips and pelvis press down. Inhale, lift your chin, roll your eyes up. Exhale, kick your feet up and back. Let your breath come up so strongly into your chest that it lifts you up a little more. And then rather than rocking back down on the exhale, just kick the feet up a little more. And release down. You can rest your forehead on your hands or turn your head to either side, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then bring the hands under the shoulders. Press into the hands. Push your hips back to your feet. Bringing your arms and head forward and down. Pressing into the hands, sending your hips back. Breathe through the length of your body. Walk the hands over to the right, placing the right hand beside you. Push into the hand, sending the left hip back. Keep the right hand on the ground beside you. Lift the left arm up and bring it overhead. Still pressing into the right hand, dropping the left hip down. Turn your gaze up if you can. Slow, deep breath. Bring the hands back down in front. And walk them over to the left. The left hand comes to the side. The right arm is on the diagonal. Push into the left hand to send the right hip back. Relax your head. Reach out of your right fingers. Breathe through the length of your body. Left hand stays planted. Lift the right arm up and bring it overhead. Push more into that left hand to sink and lower the right buttock. Roll your gaze up. Reach through the fingertips. Feel the breath filling and lengthening that whole side. And then inhale, lift the right arm up. Bring it down. Roll the shoulders. Beautiful. And then just take your heels a little wider. See if you can sit inside your heels. Even if you can't, if you're higher, maybe you have some towel that you can sit on. It's a really good stretch for the knees. You know, in some cultures, they sit like this just naturally. They're on the floor, sitting like this, cooking. They don't have the kind of knee problems we have. Okay. And then release the legs out in front. Straighten the legs, shake them out. And then find your way onto your back with your knees bent. Lift your hips, tuck your tailbone, lower back down. Release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. You can let the arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth, releasing the weight of the body into the earth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, the teeth separate, the lips part slightly. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. Bringing your awareness so fully into your breath. There's no room for thought. And then as you feel your breath and you can locate where it's easiest to rest your attention on the breath, you can also let go of the breath. Just allow the breath to happen on its own. Just signaling to the universe that you trust this life and that you don't need to take anything or make anything happen. It's okay to just receive what's being offered. And then just continue to rest your awareness on the feeling of the breath, however it is. Not to create anything, but simply to embrace it. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock side to side. Feeling the ground, massaging your back. Bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll over onto either side. Resting your head on your underside eye. Resting your body on the ground. Resting your mind and the support from below. The support from above. The support from within. And then slowly press yourself up to any comfortable seated posture. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. From the chin to the chest. Stay. Thank you, everyone. You may not feel it, but practicing in community like this, we're supporting each other, even if we're just on a video in our own homes. So I appreciate that.